OBS is not happy today. OBS is not happy at all. I like how the throbber on my screen is circling DC's eyeball. I'm not particularly comfortable with the idea of your throbber circling my eyeball, Lee. So if there's something you could do for me, that would be please remove your throbber from my face. Carlos, we did not do anything. Not in the eyes. Scoop's good to have you back. Carlos, we didn't do anything. I sat around and gained 10 pounds because I'm a disgusting pig. Mrs. the Breaker did 15-hour workdays at her new employment. And Jimmy just did cool stuff. That's all we did. Let me see what this is here. It is not rendering. It is streaming. Bitrate is good. Yeah, I think, you know what? It looks like the computer needs an update now that I'm looking at the screen. So that could be the reason. Yeah, restart required. Cumulative update note. Yeah, I could probably benefit from a healthier restart right now. Give me time to sip my juice. So yeah, we didn't do anything. Sapporo's like, drink some more. This, I actually, if, in case you haven't figured it out, I stole this from Jimmy the Breaker. Because I ran out of water. Because I thought I had a lot more than I had here. Scuba said, today I had my best score yet. I would expect, Scuba, that by now you have all of the high scores. And I hope you, in true pinball fashion, tell a story with all of the names for the high score. Back when Kurt Cobain was alive, he and Courtney Love did a garage sale at their home in Aberdeen, or wherever it was in Washington. And somebody bought a handheld video game from them, like the old school ones, where you had 3 letters to put your initials in. And Courtney and Kurt had some creative 3-letter words that they used for their initials in that game. Dr. Spoiler spoiled the Popcorn Kid's juice stash. It's true, the Popcorn Kid actually had popcorn just an hour ago. So it actually is true to form. But yes, we have a lot of things that are planned for Comic-Con. So we are bringing anime because obviously with Veronica Taylor at our table, it would be very conducive to the sale of that product to have her maybe sign a few. Scuba says, humbly, my high score is 324,302,560. That's a pretty high score. There was a game. South Park made a game. I want to say the game was the Stick of Truth or whatever it was. It was a very simple pinball game, and like the simplest bumper shot would give you 1,000,000 points, and like your score was calculated in the billions because they thought it would be funny to make all the high scores in the billions and trillions. Um, Godzilla is not like that. A 300 million score is pretty dang good. The Who did have a pinball game for Tommy. It is one of the best pinball tie-ins ever, and it is one of the most expensive pinball games on the planet as well. I would have to reckon most of them are now living in the UK. Carlos, you didn't miss anything. You missed me trying to figure out what's wrong with the computer. It looks like it needs an update, but yeah, we'll do it tonight after the show's over. I am also a huge fan of Elvira's pinball game. Terminator 2 was a great one. Because we have like the children's filter on Scoobs. The children's filter, basically anything, the word noob isn't even allowed. It's considered derogatory. I disagree. I think noob is fine. Carlos, I just gained 10 pounds. I did nothing else. Mrs. the Breaker did 16-hour workdays, because that's what she does now. And Jimmy the Breaker just did cool stuff. I am a huge fan of Elvira. Cassandra Peterson was one of my earliest crushes in life. And I am happy that she's finally found happiness after all of her time not being happy. And yes, her pinball machine is fantastic as well. I am a big fan of the Jurassic Park game as well. Anytime a T-Rex can come down and bite a ball and move it, that's genius. Ghostbusters has a really good pinball machine. Jimmy the Breaker is a pro at the Ghostbusters game. Let me think of some other ones that I can think of that I've played that I enjoyed. Before you ask, no, I am not a fan of the Kiss one. The best thing about the Kiss pinball game was the music, and even that was, I'm not a giant Kiss fan. Kiss is a garage band who has a really good show. That is my thought of Kiss. They are a garage band who puts on a great show. Aliens. Oh, Carlos, that is actually. I don't. I think I didn't play the first Aliens. I want to say I played one of the sequel ones. Oh, Lee, absolutely. I am again thrilled for Cassandra Peterson. Um, Everything about her persona, it was phenomenal, and to find out she was a lot like that in real life is phenomenal. So what a lot of people don't know is Cassandra actually was very severely burned when she was a kid. And what you see on camera is pretty much all of the spots that were not burned when she was a child. So it's kind of funny that everyone's like, whoa! And she actually hides this secret that she was very self conscious with for a very long time. Uh, Playing the old Star Trek one the other day. I have played the old Star Trek one. Stern has announced their next game is going to be Venom. That's going to be great. I grew so I was born in 1980. As a matter of fact, my birthday. What is my birthday? My birthday is in 16 days. I was born in 1980, so I was there for when pinball was really uh, winding down from what it was in the 70s. End of the 70s, it was massive. Early 80s, it was very big. But obviously, I was not 2 years old playing pinball. I didn't get to play pinball till I was about 5 or 6. We're talking 85, 86. By then, quite a few of the old school pinball games were gone. A lot of the new the up stand up video games were taking over the pinball space. Um, but I always was rooted in pinball because my dad had interest in pinball. So when I wasn't playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the old school Tekken or the OG MK or any of those, like The Simpsons. And you too, man. Ice Wolf, we were just talking about you and how much we love you. Ice Wolf, we were just mentioning that Veronica Taylor, who by now must be a very good friend of yours, Veronica Taylor is actually going to be at our booth. He's us playing with the Bissell Green machine I bought. How's removing spots? Ever watched A Hell and Back, the Kane Hodder story? The movie will tug at your heartstrings. No, I haven't. I will. I like documentaries, biographies, and such. Yeah, Ice Wolf. I believe you've met Veronica. What, 3, 5, 87 times? I was joking that you probably have her phone number in your phone by now. No, to hell and back. I'll put it on my. I'll put it on my to-do list. But yeah, I grew up digging pinballs. When Scoobs a year or two ago had mentioned, "Hey, I think I'm gonna buy a pinball machine. I'm saving up for one." Lee's like I do. I turned a big black stain into a brown one, and I didn't even work that hard. Dragon Slayer 1 of Game Changers in video games. Oh, Dragon Slayer, one of the game changers in video. Yes, I remember. Altered Beast was another one that I loved. What's her last name? A Taylor? A boop. So, yeah, you could say she's got quite a few credits. I know, Scoobs. Things just happen that way because you're Scoobs. So yeah, she's done a few things. Oh, she did Icky Tucson. Get out of here. I did not know that. Wow. See, one of my fave series. Oh, please don't have boobies. All right, I'm okay with that. One of my fave series. She was a voice actor for. Gentoku Ryubi. Dig it. Sorry, Ice. We actually We actually, this is a new thing. It fell into our laps. We didn't even have notice. It was just one of those things. Hey, you guys are cool. Yep, Super Sailor Pluto. Um, hey, how about you? How about we hang out? And we're like, yeah, we're dumb if we say no. Phew. Excuse me. I'm looking something up. Bear with me. Yep. Okay. Oh, Grave of the Fireflies has mother. Everything. So we're gonna have fun. No, Scoops. I know. Yeah, I have to be very careful on what I clicked. Icky Toussaint is it was really good, and then like towards the end, they're like, "Hey, we need boobies in here," and it's like, "Oh, this story was really good without boobies. We really did not need boobies. I mean, thank you for boobies, but we really didn't need them in this show." General Kenobi. Jimmy. James. Hello there. I hope you guys can hear that. He's adorable. Anyway, so yeah, that is the first. I mean, that's a really, in my eyes, huge development for us at Comic Con. The design of our booth is actually gonna feature a specific signing table for our special guests. There are more than one of them. There are more than two of them. There are more than three of them. We got special guests. Since you guys have been listening so well, and there's 14 of you listening, I will give you the next spoiler. I was going to save this one for tomorrow. Scoops, I would love to have you there. Listen, I think, Scoops, if you came down for one of the years for the simple price of helping us acquire signatures and hanging out with us, I think we might be able to get you in. That's going to go for almost anybody that is in our inner circle of OGs on the Discord who tend to have been here from the beginning. We will, in the future, probably need a lot of help, considering this year we're going, oh my goodness, we might need help. We're going to fly by the seat of our pants this time. Come over, not down? Scoobs, you are north of me. You are pretty far north of me. You forget, I am in Southern California. You are in the North Pole making toys. If I can get the time and money together, I've now gotten a potential hookup for a future year to get in. Ice Wolf, I mean, we would love to have you hang out with us. We could set up a little Ice Wolf shop and you can have a bunch of your cards there if you ever wanted to sell them en masse. Will there be punch and pie? Pie probably. Punch definitely. Now, I'm not saying we're going to fly you in and have you stay at our houses or in our Airbnb, but we can get you into the show. Typically, locals take us up on it. Spiked punch? Absolutely. Absolutely. Icewell says, once I get time to start building again, I'll keep that in mind. Carl's like, oh, I wish I could go now. Listen, if I'm at the party, there's probably, I mean, the pie, it might be pizza pie, but it's pie. And I'm usually the one spiking the punch. Will be a year or two though. Put in my resignation today, so I will need to build up PTO at the new job to pay off the Lando autos. Yeah. So, Ice Wolf, I'm not sure. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm not sure. I'm not aware that you had to resign from being an international jewel thief. I thought you were self employed. I thought you go to Copenhagen and Rumstein and all and Oslo and Tuk Teok Tuk or Kierstad. I thought you go to those places, rob diamonds and other fine jewels, then come home. You have to have a front, DC. It's called an alibi. That's true. That's okay. Well, man, hey, I'm happy you resigned. Hopefully, you're finding something you're more happy doing. Did you get to bring the Scuba Steve outfit? Yeah, it's actually for you a requirement. Scoobs, if you come, you have to be in full cosplay. Almost everybody that hangs out at our booth that's not part of DCD Collects or Lee or Maria or Saga tend to be in cosplay. It's true. Look at the pictures. Good. Ice Wolf, if you're happy, I'm happy, man. Your happiness is paramount. And that goes for any other of y'all. Your happiness makes me happy. Because happiness can be tough to find. So if you can find a sliver of happiness somewhere, that is awesome. I need a new chair. I'm officially too fat for this one. Thank you, buddy. Less responsibility, more money. Yes. That's the way it should be. I have little responsibility in this. I mean, I guess I'm responsible for curating amazing products. It's not difficult considering the artists we work with. There's very few artists that we've worked with that we are like, no, we're not going to use this. As a matter of fact, I can only think of two. And they've never seen a live show. I'm lean? I'm not lean. Fruit punch. KP, you're gonna be working with us forever. I hope you're ready for that. You are not leaving. You are going to be in many sets for many years to come. And Bourbon is going to buy all of them. That's just the way it is, KP. I am chained to my desk. Oh, man. You're responsible for customer service. Bad customer service will kill a company faster than bad product. Can make a company with mediocre stuff having good customer service and good product make business easy relative. That's true. Speaking of Ice Wolf, I have all your stuff to box up and send you. I'm assuming it's safe to send it now, right? Slide the food under the door. And because it has to slide under the door, it's nothing but quesadillas. KP lives on nothing but quesadillas. Not yet? Okay. Well, it's here, man. You just let me know. I will tell you, if you don't let me know by Friday, it'll be another 2 weeks before you see it. Just saying. Just saying, because obviously I'm not doing shipping next week. Oh, did your battery die?
No, not yet.
It's close? All right, hold on, everybody. I will, I'll plug it in. I got you. You got it set up here, though. Hey, look, there's your code. Yeah, look to the left. Love you. You're beautiful. Oh, and IVs. Oh. What else was there? Man, there was something else I wanted to go over. Puppy. I can't remember what it was. I had something I was going to say. I didn't say anything. Drive up to visit mom, get a bite to eat, get home at 2000 hours, 2100. Back up at either 0430 or 0600, rinse and repeat. That is how I know Ice Wolf absolutely is an international gem thief. Because aside from the military, only international gem thieves will speak in military time when it comes to that. So, Ice Wolf, you absolutely have blown your cover. I was right all along. You are the notorious, nefarious Ice Wolf of Amsterdam. The lone wolf thief who steals nothing but 5 carat and above gems. 4 years? Yeah. So I started working at that poopy place in 2019. 2020, December of 2020 or January of 2020 was my first solo show. Augsburg, actually. That's where I got started in thievery to get money for the ice cream truck. Touche. Touche. I tell you. How time flies when you're having fun. Well, I hope you're having fun. If you've been hanging out with me for 4 years and you're not having fun, I'm going to say it's a you thing and not a me thing. Bless you, buddy. They always say if you're bored, then you're boring.
I am.
Well, Jimmy, you are forced to go to your daddy's work and be here all day. And for that, you are a super trooper. But you did get a lot of cool stuff today, didn't you? So you did get a little bonus out of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Speaking of, oh, Scuba says bless you.
Thank you.
He says thank you. Let's talk about Jimmy the Breaker. Jimmy the Breaker has a knack for pulling chases. I had an elementary school teacher who said boredom was the sign of a lack of intelligence. I counter that and say boredom is actually a sign of higher intelligence, where the mundane is just not stimulating enough. Jimmy got to ride in the Jimmy seat of the Tesla. He did. He got to stay in the boot. So there's this game called Marvel Battle World. It is a little collectible figure game. And these have each run has a number of chases, ultra rare chases, ones that you want, that are more powerful than others. And typically those are like 1 in 10, 1 in 20, whatever it is. Jimmy has only bought 2 of these. In the very first one, he got, what was your chase in the first one?
It was Red Skull.
Oh, it was the Red Skull. But it was was it Mind Gem? Soul Gem. Soul Gem version. So this time, he gets Wanda. But of course, he nails the Twilight version of Wanda. So he is now 2 for 2 on chases. I like gold.
I like nothing.
Yeah, so he's doing that thing. He is taking after his old man.
By the way, who are you?
Jimmy, you can't tell anybody that you don't know who I am. It's a secret. I just use you for likes.
Thank you. Don't touch my stuff anymore.
Okay. He's like, thank you, don't touch my stuff. I had the schmelting accident. Oh, one of his better characters that he's ever made. Oh, so there's a rumor. There is a rumor floating around. And I don't know it's true. And I don't want to perpetuate a lie or a conspiracy theory. But I have officially heard it from 2 different places. The Magic the Gathering One Ring was actually pulled 3 weeks before the official release date of the set. The reason it is believed to have been pulled 3 weeks before the set is based on the PSA number that it got, a PSA 9. Somebody is saying that if you look up the PSA number, which by the way is being hidden in most of the photos, but there are a few circulating. I haven't done it myself. So, I mean, I could just be spitting balderdash. But if you look it up, the date that it was done, and then you subtract the amount of time it takes, even in the express grading service, it would peg it to be have been pulled and sent about 3 weeks before the set came out, which means it was pulled by somebody who had a distributor's license has a retail license and decided to pop them open before it officially released. Let me see if I can pull this up now. Okay. I'm just going to look it up right now. Or it never made it into the set. Correct. So, let's see. The number is Scoobs, if somebody buys something, I'll open it. 770322826. Let's take a look. Interesting. The date is not being published. So there it is. I don't know how somebody said that that is going to tell us when it was done. Perhaps that number versus other ones that were submitted in that time. Oh, KP Adventure has a massive amount of things in there. I wouldn't doubt it, Ice Wolf. Trade. All right, let me go. Let me look at the trade. right. So the two Kaiser hits. Boy, you know, I was just chatting with Kaiser before the show started, and telling him how in demand his art was here. Um, there you go, Hellbolt. So it's funny that his were part of the trade because I was just telling him how everyone likes his stuff. All right, so I will get that over to Carlos. I will make that happen. I'm going to pull him right now so I don't forget. Hold on, puppy.
I'm inside the Air Force. Previous about this story. Remember that? We're sending you a downhill up. What does that mean about? Coming up. Don't miss it. Idea, trophy down.
Done!
Woo! You'll get it next time. Nice job.
Gojira!
I love you, but ready to fly? You might get the hang of flying. I'll teach you. Press engine. Wait till it loads. Then press throttle up.
Okay. All right, I wrote myself a note. Those will go out tomorrow. Well, they'll get boxed up tomorrow. They might not go out until Friday.
W is to go.
You guys should see the Orko I bought from Kaiser at a horrible con we both checked out last year. It is amazing. I myself have a pretty amazing Orko, but it is not by Kaiser. It is by legendary artist and actually recluse. He hasn't been seen in a while. We believe he may be chained to his desk, being fed quesadillas under his door and intravenously fed fluids, otherwise known as Kevin P. West, who just on my speaking of his name spell checked you.
Watch this. Follow me. Okay.
Ha ha ha! Orko the Great, that is.
Keep on following me.
Oh, so I heard this rumor. Yeah, we love you, Ice Wolf. Speaking of new info, the rumor has it the Todd father himself, Todd McFarlane, is going to be doing free signatures again at San Diego Comic-Con. There is also a stipulation that, again, CGC or CBCS will not be verifying any of the signatures. You cannot bring a witness to the table or he will not sign. That is the scoop. So, for those who remember, I actually had a really awesome. I got to meet Todd twice. I got to just he bumped into me in a line, and I was like, well, this was during the mask. The last year we had to wear masks, so we had a mask, and they specifically said, free is free. They specifically said, don't ask for pictures or really anything. Just move the line along. He get it, Hellbolt. You need it because you deserve it. Um, and I bumped into him, and he's like, oh hey, and I shook his hand, and I was like, can I get a picture? He goes, yes, and I was like, okay. So I got the photo. It's in my phone. And then I had him sign my limited edition, the gold foil version of Spawn 1. Hey, Jimmy, easy, buddy. I can hear you on the microphone. And he told me this awesome story about not being able to beat the man. It's a really awesome. We still haven't released the video. I probably should. We cleaned up the audio. It's hearable now. But Todd was like, I said, oh, I really appreciate, how you stuck it to the man. And he's like, the victory is not in defeating the man. It is knowing that the man hasn't defeated me. Because you can't beat him. They're too big, they're too large. But the man is big like a kaiju. And they're slow, so you could be here. And it's all slow moving. And then you end up over here before you can strike. So awesome, amazing words of encouragement from the Todd father. And it was when we were building this company up, so it was a year ago when we were just getting our foothold. And there is competition out there for what we do. There's just not very good competition. But they have a lot more money than we do to play with. So it was very encouraging. And every once in a while, I'll listen to that video to get re-hyped about what we do. So it is dope. I am excited to be able to bump into him again. I have a Spawn #1 signed by him. I have the con exclusive out of 1500 signed. I really don't know that I need anything else signed by him. But I know we will probably be getting signatures for y'all, because as you probably have guessed, we are doing a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive run for 2023. Scoops. It may come out a little bit later than it did last year, which we did it like right after the con. This one may take a little while to put together, but we are actually using somebody in our group to just acquire stuff for us, kind of a buyer, a curator. So there will be another Comic-Con run, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you can expect some Todd stuff in there. And I don't know if I have much more to talk about. Jimmy, do we have anything to talk about? You? You wanting to be where? In the Air Force? Okay. Jimmy wants to join the Air Force. I told Jimmy that the Air Force are full of super smart people who get to handle planes and spy work. Because his dad was in the Navy, originally pledged into the Army, and is related to too many Marines. Love you, Lee. So he's like, well, I'll go to the Air Force then if that's the right one to go to. And I was like, absolutely. You better go into the Air Force if you go into any of them. It's very safe. Scoop says, I just watched Space Force. That's right, the Space Force is a thing. It's laughable, but it is a thing. Scoobs says, I just watched Blazing Saddles for the first time. Scoobs, I have to ask you one question, my friend. Is it true? Cheer Force. Yay! Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's his thing. Now he wants to be in the Air Force. It is a classic. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there I am yawning again.
Excuse me too.
Oh, that is a pretty dope orco. Not a dorko, a dope orco. Okay. I can't think of anything family friendly to say. Oh, boys, look at what we got here. Where the white women at? That is my favorite part. Uh, I'm just a Gene Wilder fan. What up, Craig? How you doing, man? Craig, are you going to be coming to San Diego for the Comic-Con? Aw, he really was the bee's knees. By the way, speaking of Gene Wilder, one of the greatest things that he did, arguably, is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Has anybody seen the trailer for the new Wonka movie starring Timothy Chalamet? If you shoot him, you just make him mad. Don't do that. If you shoot him, you just make him mad. There's so many good lines in that. Space Force, sit at a computer, plot satellites and orbital debris all day. Air Force, most people just plain mechanics. Very few pilots by percentage. Navy, sit in a giant metal target in the middle of the ocean. Or the Army, who just play at being Marines. Or the Marines, who are actually a department of the Navy, whom apparently just hitchhike from country to country utilizing naval equipment. AKA, my arse rides in Navy equipment, sir. The Ahsoka trailer, yeah, Ahsoka's gonna be so freaking good, it's unbelievable. Listen, I was first like, Timothy Chalamet in a Wonka movie? I don't think so, Tim. And then I saw the trailer and holy crap, it's gonna be good. I have not seen Secret Invasion today. I will see it when I get home. Tomorrow we'll be watching the entire season of Bluey. Cause yeah, the new season of Bluey is out today. If you're not watching Bluey, then you. Because Bluey is the best animated show on television, and that includes Star Wars, and that includes all of the other ones not named Star Wars. Bluey. That's it. Primo. That is primo grade A uncut goodness. That is Bluey. If none of the new machines come out next year, I want to buy the Willy Wonka pinball machine that was made by Jersey Jack Pinball back in 2019. I didn't play the pinball, but I did play their one-story tall slot machine. Fun fact, the USMC, of which Lee is a part of, actually has their own ships and planes that are not Navy operated. Marines are only service in the U.S. to be almost totally self-sufficient. So here's a fun fact. The Marines actually have more ships than the Navy. The Navy actually have more planes than the Air Force. That's a true story. All of the Top Gun planes, those were Navy. All of the fighter pilots that you see, Navy. Just saying. Lady says, I wasn't involved with planes in the Air Force other than pilot physicals. Lady's like, I have fondled quite a few lieutenants. The Marines do not have medics. That is correct. The corpsmen are Navy, but the Navy corpsmen train with the Marines. That's a true story. Oh, there you go, KP. There's a good deal on Amazon Day.
Daddy,
Yeah.
come inside the Air Force.
You're in the Air Force. Good job. Hellbolt, that is amazing. Here come the grannies.
Grannies from Lily.
Did you know Bluey has an album?
No?
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy it. I just got Scuba just sent me a screenshot, and I love that I am in the corner of the screenshot. Oh, I have not seen that game before. That's interesting. I'll have to see I'll have to go look at a digital version and take a peek. Oh, it's got an everlasting. Hold on, I'll show it. Here we go. Has an everlasting gobstopper on it. Little Mike TV. All right, I have to get through that chat. Hold on. Excuse me. Lady's like, I have tiny hands. Lady's like, I didn't do those exams despite many people wishing I would. It's truly, that is true. Would have definitely helped self-esteem. Aircraft carrier is Navy. That is correct. I was on an aircraft carrier. No, Gene Wilder died. He had dementia. He actually took himself out of the limelight about a decade ago because he was suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's and did not want people to see him that way. So he purposefully removed himself from the public, which, God bless him, he didn't have to do that. we would have loved him anyway. He transcends the end of life care that people need, in my opinion. Um, Appreciate you, Hellbolt. But yeah, Gene withdrew from public after falling ill and his diagnosis getting bad enough to where it affected things. So he passed. Speaking of passing, I am going to have to kill this show because I believe it is about that time. Jimmy has been here all day.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
I've been dying till you.
Okay, Jimmy, you don't have to go that hard. We get it.
Don't stop believing.
A little bit of trivia about an aircraft carrier. It's as big as it is as. It's as big as it is as a joke. The Navy decided to convince the Marines that they could walk from the U.S. to Japan when they get transferred to 3 MEF for a tour. My aircraft carrier was a USS John F. Kennedy. It was a John F. Kennedy class carrier. It was one of a kind. They only made one because it was originally supposed to be the first nuclear carrier. However, Jackie O said, no, you are not making a nuclear carrier with a Kennedy family name. It was originally going to be the USS USA. No joke. That's what the Kennedy was going to be. And it was as tall as the Empire State Building if you turned it on its side, minus the Empire State Building's antenna. So if you were talking about the actual ground up to the top before the antenna extension, it is as tall as the Empire State Building. It held 5,500 people. But does it transform when you turn it on its side? It transforms into a giant pile of metal rubbish if you turn it on its side. It is currently in the scrapyard being turned into razor blades, I believe. It was originally going to be a museum. The funding for the museum fell through. And then a razor steel scrapping company bought it for $1, shipped it to Texas. It is in Texas. It is actually right by you, lady. It is in Corpus Christi. Last I heard, it was going to be pieced out around Corpus Christi. So you may see the shell of the carrier on the coast of Corpus if they have not already brought most of it indoors. I'm willing to wager if there was a Google satellite image dated within the last 6 months, and you were to look at the Corpus Christi ports, you may see 2 decommissioned ships being dismantled in port. I would take Galveston over Corpus Christi. I say that because when I was living in Katy, Corpus Christi had more meth than Iowa. And all it was murder and meth in Corpus Christi. Damn it, that's the name of a book. Or an album by Lee's band Cold Slither. So I was always turned off to Corpus Christi because all I heard was murder and meth. Galveston is a pirate town, so how can you not love a pirate town? Even if it was completely wiped off the face of the earth by a fire and a hurricane/tidal wave. Lee, I didn't spoil that one. All right, everybody. There are no orders in. Jimmy and I are tired. We are going to go. But the good news is we are going to be back tomorrow. You know, I'm looking at my orders, and this is actually this might be true. Let me see if I can do this without sharing somebody's information. All right, I think I can do it. I believe there are 3 ships called the United States of America. It wasn't going to be the USS United States of America. It was literally going to be USS USA. It's going to be a 6-letter ship name. It was going to be the USS USA. They didn't actually intend on writing out the whole word. Let's see if I can do this. If you look, I don't know. You know what? I have to. Let me see this. I think I can zoom this in. All right. All right. Let me see. I do this without revealing information. Look how many orders we have had in the last 2 years. How cool is that? That's exciting. We are 1 away from 1,000. I'm going to have to talk with Doug and Trevor because I don't know if they're aware of that. It just randomly, I was like, oh, wait, hey, look, we've had 999 sales. That's not that's not what I was getting at, Ice Wolf. That's not what I was trying to. It's not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to go home. But I was just saying. I just randomly noticed that as I was looking at the app. And doing a last call on the orders thing. And noticed we're at 999. Of course, now my phone is not working. So yeah, I think that's cute. 9 in a row? Try not to make any sales on the way through the parking lot. There should be a prize. We should give something away at 1,000. That's why I'd have to figure out Doug and Trevor. Oh my God. You know what? This is awesome. Ice Wolf, you realize what's going to happen right now, right? Ice Wolf said, "Good to be bad" is going to be the 1,000th order for DCD Collects. Ice Wolf, is there anything in particular you would want out of Good to be Bad? Out of box 8? Time for Marvin the Martian, he says. Oh, goodness gracious. I feel like it has to happen. Ice. Ice, I really hope this happens. I really think this is the ultimate karma moment. I feel like it almost must be it. 8 of 50. Officially the 1000th order in our company's history. Mystique. Vendetta. That's a dope Silver Surfer. Those muscles. By the way, go on eBay and look these up. In a 9, they are going for a ton of money. In a 10, they are going for a massive amount of money. These cards have skyrocketed in the last 2 months. But don't take my word for it. Go check eBay right now and you'll see it. That's the by the way, the alternates are huge. So are the flashers. Those are expensive. But there is an alternate with Adam, Thanos, and Surfer. There's Ororo. And how about a Nightcrawler flasher? Yeah, these in PSA quite expensive now. That is true. That is what it's called. The Nightcrawler flasher. Well, if it isn't the man who ripped out Thanos' spine in one storyline? How about the work of that beast right there? Sketch Ghoul! Look into my eyes. Hey, Doug! Do you realize what this is right here? Officially. Look at this. The clasp, unbelievable. That is amazing. Doug, this is our 1000th order. Congratulations, Doug. Unfortunately, Ice Wolf, you did not win Marvin, but as Doug said, I think we can find something fun as a thank you. There you go, dude. He is still alive and kicking in the product. Yeah, let me get a camera. The way I don't break Carlos' heart when I pretend to not get the DM about a trade. Oh, there you go, Ice Wolf. Do you have a favorite character that we can maybe find you something at San Diego Comic-Con? Carlos like, hey, wait a minute. Magdalena and Snake Eyes or Donatello. Duly noted. I did make a note. I took a picture of it, so I can reference what he wants via my phone. All right, everyone. Officially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 in 7 chance of getting Marvin. By the way, there are 3 hits left. So it's just above 1 in 2 boxes. You got just below a 50% hit rate now. So tomorrow, you may want to bust out the card on good old payday and try to get that Marvin. All right, everybody, that is a perfect way to end the show. Jimmy, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Jimmy says goodbye. Sapporo says goodbye.
Goodbye. Love you.
He says love you, Jimmy. Love, Jimmy. All right, everybody. I love each and every one of you. It is going to be a really great week. We are going to have a lot of fun. We have a ton of work to do, and we can't wait to show you next week exactly how it all turns out. Thank you so much. 1,000 orders. That is an unbelievable number to me, and I am going to sit and reflect on that on the way home. About what that means to me and us as a whole. Thank you so much, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. There are a ton of things I know you want, and tomorrow is definitely the day to do it. So, I will see you then. Rest up, good night, and adios. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Let's... Is he still on? If Kaiser's on, let's actually tell him that he was part of a trade. You still on, Kaiser? There he is. All right, let's go visit Kaiser and tell him the good news that he was officially traded. There we go. I did that wrong. There we go. All right, everybody, now let's do it. Love you. Bye.